Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Frankly FM84. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Bello Calcio. Currently out in Japan in the J-League, managing Shonan Bellmare. So if you've been with us the past few days, you've seen we are flying high in the league. We have also been doing well in the Emperor's Cup. And today we have moved forwards to play in the J-League YBC Levane quarter-final first leg, as we face off against our old rivals Vissel Kobe. So, by moving forwards into the season, if you remember, we did have quite a big advantage when we played Vissel Kobe last. It was 14 points in the league. Well, I seem to have made a bit of a mistake. I miscalculated what was going on in the league. Let me show you exactly what I mean when I say I've made a bit of a mess up. So, this nice little C next to our names means that after 28 games, we are already champions. We now have a 20-point lead over Vissel Kobe, and that means that they cannot catch us with the remaining fixtures to come. So the league is done. We are going to move that to one side. We now are going to be concentrating on the rest of the tabs, which is the AFC Champions League, the Emperor's Cup, the J-League Cup, which is today, and then we have this Sud America final. Even though the board says it is not important, it is one that we still want to win, as we want to continue adding on to our trophy cabinet. So let's show you what's happened since you've been away. So we had that 1-1 draw with Vissel Kobe. We then went and beat Gamba Osaka 4-0. Uchiyama, Machida and Kuwahara getting the goals. We beat Avispa. We beat them 4-1. Goals from Hayashi, Ghana and Machida getting 2 there. And then in the last game out, which won us the league, we won 3-2 against Jubilo Iwata. Mita getting 2-1 from the penalty spot, and Kitahara coming on late in the game to get a winner after we kind of crumbled. Like, we were 1-0 up and then we went 2-1 down and then we drew level, and then 93rd minute got us the win. That secured another J-League trophy. So we are flying high. As I said, the J-League is now complete, and that brings us to today's game. We're going to have a run of games where it is all cup games, and I think we are probably going to cover all of these to see where we go. So we've got Vissel Kobe, we've then got Barcelona SC in that Sud America final. We've then got Vissel Kobe again, we've got Gamba Osaka in the Emperor's Cup 4th round, and we have Persija Jakarta, which is a pretty cool game as well. They are from Indonesia, which, as you may remember if you've been on the channel, we actually did the save last season in Indonesia, and we know a little bit about Indonesian football. Let's actually have a look who's in the Indonesian league. Oh, we can't, they're not actually loaded as a league, but yeah, some of these teams are very familiar. Semen Padang, Persib Bandung, who else is here? Bali United, Sulut United, who we managed, I presume, are still in 2nd division. Are they even in the 2nd division? Can we search for them? Yes, Sulut United are in Liga 2. So yes, this is the team that we managed last season, or in FM21. So know a little bit about Indonesian football. So an interesting tie for us to come up against Persija Jakarta. But anyway, those are the next 5 games that we're going to be covering, but let's jump into today's game and show you the first leg of this quarter-final in the J-League Cup. Okay then, here we go. This is going to be the starting lineup. I don't know whether this is a database issue or whether I'm far enough into the game where something's changed and I missed a registration date, but we have got an issue here where 90% of our squad seem to be unregistered for this game, so it means that we have got 2 players that you'll never have heard of playing in this game. Well, the lineup is Tani in goal, Hatta, Kano, who is a 19-year-old who doesn't have a contract, who is just basically a filler player because we can't meet the criteria for the game. So I'm going to have to look into why that's happened, but it means we're going to get games for people who wouldn't have normally played anyway, and also there's some rotation going on, so some fresh legs to save for the other cups. But Hatanaka and Barada, who is retiring in December, is at right back. We've then got Ghana in the middle in the RPM role. Fujimoto, is he another player? So actually there's 3 of them. Tomoyasu Fujimoto is another 20-year-old with no contract. Nishikawa, Trapiccio And then we've got Shiga, who is another one of these players with no contract. At least he's got 11 for finishing and 12 from natural fitness, so he probably will complete the game. And then we're going to probably be relying on Machida to score the goals to get us over the line. But this could be difficult. Vissel Kobe on a normal day are tough opponents, as we found out before. This could be difficult. So let's just jump in and see what happens when we face off against Vissel Kobe in the J-League Cup quarter-final. This is it then. The quarter-final is up and running. Straight away we've got a corner which Barada swings in. It's dealt with and it's cleared as far as Darwahan. But Garner is there to intercept. He has to go to ground to make a tackle, but Wongon gets the ball back. And they are going to be running at us. Garner looks like he's chasing after the man, not the ball. And they get the ball round us into the far right-hand side of the pitch. They're going to cross it in. Luckily, it's over the top of everybody, but the danger is not clear. What can they do with this? They're going to swing it in. They've hit the crossbar. And just as Thiago Reis was about to tap into the net, somehow we get the ball away for a corner kick. So let's see what happens here. Koik, I think, swings it in. And it's cleared away by Hatta. And the chase is now on as Muto picks the ball up in the midfield area. He turns. Tries playing Wongon. They're going to get another corner, so the pressure is being kept on here. With these three players that do not have contracts and are not proper players, we might be at such a disadvantage here. Hopefully, the players that are there can do something about it. I mean, here's Shiga. He's not a player who should be in the team, so I was glad that he didn't just boot the ball back towards his own goal, as he probably wouldn't have known what to do. It's Vissel Kobe that are the ones who are on the front foot in this game. They've had 3 attempts so far. That header going over the bar there is a little bit of relief, as it seems like we're holding on a little bit. We need to just weather this storm and try and get out of it. Here's Cano, who is also one of those players that doesn't have a contract and he's booked, which does not fill me with joy because I have a sneaking suspicion he'll probably jump into another tackle in this passage of play probably and get himself sent off. But they are working the ball well, Vissel Kobe. They played it into the box. What can they do from here? They've got a shot. It's blocked again. Garner, though, doesn't get rid of the ball and it's come back to Reis. Koik to Darwan. So we are pushing them back. It's just a case of how far can we push them back because they are inevitably going to come back forwards with the ball. And that is what they're doing here as Muto is into the box. Cuts it back and Toyama has the shot. Luckily for us, it's straight into the hands of Tani. Of all the players that we wouldn't have wanted to miss, actually, our 3 goalkeepers are registered players. So even if Tani couldn't play, the other 2 were registered. So I'm really not sure what's happened with the registration. I must have missed a date somewhere. I must have just clicked continue, and maybe there was a day where you register your J-League squad and your League Cup squad on the same day. Maybe I've just done one and not the other, but it just seems strange that we are at such a disadvantage because of the registration rules. I mean, I'm also now hoping that the next game that we play, which is the Copa Sud-America final thing, I'm hoping that that's not the same with that. Whoa, that was close there, wasn't it? So, underside of the bar, ball's rolling towards goal. Tani turns around, falls on the ball as the Vissel Kobe player is coming towards it. But, yeah, I'm hoping we don't have to use this squad in the next game because that will be very, very disappointing to get into that position to win a trophy, like a unique trophy for the club, and then to be at a disadvantage. It's not one of our non-contract players that's going to get himself sent off. It's Nicholas Trapiccio. He should know better. It's the first half. Right back will now spend the game in the bath. In fact, no, he's playing the right winger, weren't he? So I have no clue what to do here. Probably going to do nothing. In fact, what I'm going to do is move this guy across and just hope that we can use Machida as a focal point up top. The game is still continuing in the background. Why won't it let me move Machida into the middle? There we go. So not to weaken us too much, just going to try and make that change. Half time then, we are in, it's 0-0. Pretty lucky for us to get in at 0-0. Players are looking a little bit stressed. We are down to 10 men. Going to roll on through. I think we're just going to have to take this one as it comes, whatever the final outcome is. I mean, even if I was to turn to the bench right now, we've got nothing but regen players with no contracts on the bench too. I really don't know what happened with that registration, so a bit bizarre, but it's one of those things, I guess, that I either clicked a button by mistake or it's just an oversight. But we're just going to have to try and get out of here with a 0-0 draw if we can, or possibly even nick a goal and try and take the game. I mean, we're digging deep at the moment, but the players that are on the pitch are doing well until Ghana just passes the ball straight to them. They're in behind here. Tani is standing up tall. He's having a really good game here, Tani. Was the one that hit the crossbar on the underside of the crossbar and went across the line earlier on. He made that save, and then he stood up tall there to make that save. They've got a corner, and it comes in. It's come to nothing. And luckily for us, that goes straight back to the time ticking away screen. If we could just do that for a little bit longer, then I would not be too fussed at all. I am going to make some substitutions. Again, these are players that are not normally in the team. So we've got Genya Sakai and who else? So I really want players who are nondescript players playing at centre back, but at least he's not on a booking, so that's something. And then yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh. Should I bring off Machida and just hope? No, I'm gonna swap the other one. This Fujimoto can come off. There we go. So we're gonna make 3 changes. Not the best to have so many players who are just greyed out non-contract players on the pitch, but it's fresh legs, and basically we're not too fussed about the players, whether they're any good or not. It's just the fact that they will be able to run up and down in their positions that we need them to. And hopefully we can fashion a chance here. I mean, between Ghana and Hatta, looking to unpick the defence. Ghana's got the ball in the middle. He's passed it through to Yanagisawa. He has the shot. It's touched wide for the corner. Now, if we could just get a good delivery into the front post. We've got one to Hatanaka. He's played it to Ghana. Ghana could have had a shot there. Instead, he squares it to Nishikawa. And it's a bad ball as Theatrical comes in and takes it away. And yeah, again, just watching the clock tick away. 76 minutes now. Like, that isn't helping. We should be retaining the ball instead of just lumping it forwards. And the game does have a tendency to just make your defenders do that. Even if you tell them not to play the ball direct, they will still go ahead and do it anyway. Vissel Kobe still can't break our resistance down. 76 minutes, they've had a header. It's gone wide of the goal, and it's a goal kick. So clinging on with everything we've got, Theatrical swings it in. And there's another header there. Hakamata, I think that was, has headed it over the crossbar. And we are clinging on with everything. I mean, what a performance this is. The way that we're going, I should probably be signing these nondescript, non-contract players to a contract just for their efforts alone. And then just as we were thinking, oh, this could be on, Toyama has got the goal and it's going to be disallowed for offside. Now, this is a bit weird. So Wangorn, I mean, they had the shot here. Oh, so it's Wangorn that was offside when the ball comes back off the inside of the post anyway. So the passage of play should have been dead well before the shot was even taken, which means that it would not have meant that I was mid-sentence about saying I might give some of these greyed out players contracts and put them in the under-21s. And I didn't even need to say any of that at all. But there is one final attack here for Vissel Kobe. Are they going to break our hearts? I presume they will. Hakamata's just walked in unchallenged. And they've had a header that's gone wide. So we hopefully are going to get out of this with a 0-0 draw. And that is an amazing result. Like, all the times we have played games and we have battered teams and I've gone over the top with, oh my gosh, we've scored 6, we've scored 7. That is as good a performance as you are likely to see from a team that is that weak. I'm very, very proud of the players and the way that we have dealt with what is going on at the moment with those registrations. So to get a 0-0 draw with 10 men makes me believe that if we can get at least 1 or 2 players back, maybe, I think one was Harry Birtwistle who was travelling. No, it was Kamaui. Somebody was travelling, and then there was Birtwistle who was injured. So if Birtwistle's back, then we'll have 1 more player. And if the player who's travelling comes back, then that means we'll have that player too. So it will ease the load a little bit and not have to use so many of those greyed out players. We could just have proper outfield players. But I think that's as good a performance as I could have asked for from that team. And I'm absolutely chuffed that we are not dead and buried in the tie. Right then, so as I said, Barcelona SC is next. This one, the board are not bothered about it whatsoever, but I am. This is another trophy that I want to add to the collection. It's yeah, we want to win absolutely everything. We want to raise the profile of Japanese football as much as we can, and that means that winning every single trophy that is put in front of us. So that is going to be the mission. Right then, if you're at this point of the video, you're still listening to me, that means you've watched the whole episode. Firstly, a big thank you very much. Secondly, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button already, please consider doing so. We are now on the road to 1,500 subscribers, and I thank every single person that's took the time so far to hit that like and subscribe button to help the channel out. I really do appreciate it. You are getting the videos out to so many more people just by interacting. But for this one, I'm going to be ending it there. A big thank you for watching. Come back tomorrow as we play off against Barcelona SC in the J League Cup Copa Sudamerica final.